Show me your hands. I do not want to do this. Please.
This body camera footage released yesterday shows the moments that officers had to shoot a mentally ill man in downtown Boise. Boise police officers have been cleared in the death of Zachary Snow. The Gem County prosecutor reviewed the critical incident task force investigation, and they found officers were in fact justified in shooting the 26-year-old man. The prosecutor says officers shot him out of self-defense after perceiving a deadly threat. You heard there the officer saying, "I don't want to do this." No action will be taken against the officers involved. But Snow's mom, Melissa Walton, says she's shocked by this decision. After months of looking for answers, she says this does not bring her any closure. And when our Tristan Lewis spoke to her yesterday, Walton says she blames herself for all this. She's the one that called 911 to get her suicidal son help. Now, these newly released videos show the few moments between when officers found Snow and when they shot him. We are not airing audio of the gunshots because obviously they could be very disturbing to you.
Late October 2021, Boise Police responded to a possible suicidal person threatening to jump off a building or overpass on Interstate 184. Police were looking for 26-year-old Zachary Snow. They found him in a parking lot near a gas station on Capitol Boulevard and Myrtle Street in downtown Boise.
Boise Police are under arrest.
Newly released body camera and surveillance video shows police approaching Snow.
Show me your hands. I do not want to do this.
Him taking a defensive posture and pulling a hard black object from his back waistband. Boise Police says he took a shooter stance, imitating he was holding a gun.
Please.
Police shot him. The Ada County Coroner's report shows he was shot in the head, the neck, and torso. Investigators later found Snow wasn't holding a gun. He was holding a black, cylinder-shaped portable speaker. Snow was taken to a hospital where he died from his injuries a few days later. His mom, Melissa Walton, says he was diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder, which she says led him to hard drugs. He had run-ins with the law, and court records show Snow went to prison for drugs. He was released in June on parole. Records show Snow had a warrant out for his arrest after missing a court date for violating probation. Boise Police say officers knew about his criminal record and dealt with him in the past.
The video shows that not one officer said, "Hey, Zach, hey, man, your mom called. She's really worried about you."
On Wednesday, more than 5 months after he died, Snow's mom shared her shock after a prosecutor decided to clear the officers who shot and killed her son.
The only reason I say that is because I spoke with Zachary and I relayed information to both dispatch and 2 officers that I spoke with that he was unarmed.
Walton says she spoke to her son 30 minutes before he was killed and asked him if he had any weapons. He told her he didn't, which she says she relayed to first responders.
He wanted to jump off a building because he didn't have any weapons. He couldn't shoot himself. He couldn't cut himself. He was out of his medication, so he couldn't overdose. So I made sure to relay that to the officers.
During that phone call with her son, Walton says he told her he was scared to go back to jail and would rather have the cops shoot and kill him. Again, something she says she told first responders.
He did exactly what he said what he was going to do. He did exactly what I said to the police he was going to do.
In light of the shooting, Boise Police told 7 Investigates last year all of its officers receive crisis intervention training. They are trained in de-escalation tactics like verbal de-escalation, interviewing techniques for special victims, and use of force options with people in crisis.
I want officers to get more than 40 hours of mental health training when they go on these calls. 40 hours of mental health training is not enough.
BPD also has a 4-member behavioral health response team, BHRT. The main role of BHRT is long-term follow-up response and help direct people who make repeated calls to police to social services. But as 7 Investigates learned, the team did not respond to Snow's crisis. Boise Police told us they get more calls for welfare checks than any other type of call. So BHRT is not able to respond to each one.
Prior to my son standing up, he was a non-threat. and they came at him in a threatening manner. They did not respond to a mental health call. They respond as police officers ready to shoot.
Walton says she waited months to see these videos and find out more about the investigation. But rather than shining more light, the new information raises more questions.
And we do have the full video from multiple angles in this story on our website at ktvb.com. Walton and her attorney previously filed a tort claim against BPD. Walton's attorney tells us they requested all evidence in this investigation. He hopes now that it's done, they can do their own analysis. He says the decision won't deter them and believes the issues the Gem County prosecutor was concerned about here are different from theirs. In the meantime, the Boise Police chief did release this statement about what happened. He said, quote, "Our hearts go out to the family and the loved ones of Zachary Snow. The Boise Police Department values the sanctity of human life. It pains our officers anytime we face this type of situation. Our condolences go out to the officers and their families as well after this incident." BPD Internal Affairs will use this report as part of its own investigation. The Office of Police Accountability will also be reviewing it. Just a tragedy, really, all the way around.